Jai Hind students, welcome to my channel Chemistry Concepts by Mithilesh Chauhan. In this channel, I will be teaching chemistry of class 11th and 12th in a very easy manner. I will try to reveal the mystery of chemistry. So without wasting time, let us move to our topic. So today's topic is fuel cell from the chapter Electrochemistry, class 12th. So let us move to the topic. Yes, let us define what is fuel cell. Fuel cells are electrochemical cells. We have earlier done. Fuel cells are electrochemical cells consisting of two electrodes. Two electrodes are cathode and anode, and an electrolyte, as in other cells also, which converts the chemical energy of chemical reaction between fuel and oxidant directly into electrical energy. So what it is doing? It is changing the chemical energy of chemical reactions between fuel and oxidant into electrical energy. So how ordinary combustion is taking place? In an ordinary combustion, if we see, fuel combines with oxygen, that is, fuel burns in the presence of air or in the presence of oxygen, and it gives two products, that is combustion product and heat. So in the combustion of any substance, we have found that heat is produced. So how it is different? But in the fuel cell, fuel is combining with oxygen, that is, it is also burning. It is giving oxidation products and electricity is produced. In an ordinary combustion reaction, heat is produced, but in the fuel cell, combustion of fuel, it is giving electricity. In a conventional process, electrical energy, production of electrical energy takes place in these steps, like chemical energy. When it is heated, chemical energy or any fuel is heated, it changes to mechanical energy and then to electrical energy. But in the case when it is utilized in fuel cell, chemical energy directly changes into electrical energy. What I mean to say, this chemical energy directly changes into electrical energy. Now if you see, this is chemical energy. So this is chemical energy of the substance. This is changing directly to the, it is changing directly to the electrical energy. Okay. And its efficiency, if we talk about, it is very efficient. Fuel cell is very efficient, and its efficiency is 70%. And other products which are formed here are 15 to 20% of gasoline powder engines, 50% of 15 to 20% in gasoline powdered engines. What is principle of fuel cell? So fuel cell consists of electrodes, as in other cells also. It consists of electrodes, electrolytes and catalyst to facilitate the electrochemical redox reaction. The basic arrangement is fuel and then electrode and then electrolyte and then electrode and then oxidant. So this is the arrangement, basic arrangement in fuel cell. In all the cells, we have one anode, one cathode, and electrolyte in between anode and cathode. Similarly, in fuel cell also, we have an anode, which is having a anodic catalyst, electrolyte, a cathodic catalyst also at cathode. So three things which are very important in each cell is, one is anode, the other one is cathode, and electrolyte filled in between the two. So fuel cell consists of, how fuel cell is different from others? Fuel cell consists of anode and cathode. So materials which have high electron conductivity and zero proton conductivity in the form of porous catalyst or carbon. So it is making cathode and anode. Catalyst is platinum. Palladium can also be used here. Electrolyte should have high proton conductivity and zero electron conductivity. Then fuel cell system. The fuel, direct H2, that is hydrogen. Hydrogen is used as fuel. It undergoes oxidation at anode, and whenever there is oxidation, electron is released. These released electrons from the external, by using external circuit, moves towards the cathode. At cathode, oxidant. What is oxidant there? That is oxygen from the air is oxidant. It gets reduced by getting these electrons. The electrons produce electricity while passing through the external circuit. Electricity is generated continuously as long as fuel and oxidant are continuously and separately supplied to the electrodes of the cell from reservoir outside the electrochemical cell. So as long as fuel is supplied, it is producing electricity. Now coming to fuel cell reaction. As in other cells also, at anode a reaction is taking place, at cathode a reaction is taking place, and if we combine the two reactions, we will get overall reaction of the cell. So let us see how this is happening here. So at anode, if you see hydrogen is coming from anode. So this is hydrogen. This is hydrogen. Hydrogen changes to H positive and 4 electrons are produced. Now these 4 electron goes to the cathode. Here at cathode we have oxygen. It utilizes this 4 electron that is released at anode, and H positive also hydrogen ion, and gives H2O. So overall reaction, if we want to write, then we need to add these two equations, that is the reaction which is taking place at anode and the reaction which is taking place at cathode. Okay, now if we combine these two, or we can say if we add these two reactions, what we will find? These 4 electron, these are cutting, 4 hydrogen positive, 4 hydrogen positive. So finally, what is left in the reaction? 2H2. So it is written here. H2. Then oxygen. Both of them are combining to give water. Large number of these cells are stacked together in series to make battery called fuel cell battery. What is battery? Battery is combination of combination of two or more cells. When number of cells are combining together, it is making battery. Moving to next slide. Here we have diagram which is showing construction of fuel cell. In the fuel cell, if you can see here, we have hydrogen at anode, oxygen at cathode. So if you see, this is anode, this is cathode. From the side of anode, hydrogen is entering into the cell. From the side of cathode, oxygen is entering here. In the cell, we have two electrodes, anode and cathode, and this is porous electrode. And electrolyte is filled in between the two electrodes. This is the place where we fill electrolyte. So unused gases are also removed from the cell from time to time. And from the air, oxygen is entering here. As air is entering, it is giving oxygen. Hydrogen we are supplying. So excess of fuel is also removed from the cell. Okay, so this is construction of fuel cell. Moving ahead. Advantages of fuel cell. So this was the fuel cell. As far as if we talk about fuel cell, it is having a large number of advantages over other cells. So first is it is highly efficient cell. The fuel cell is highly efficient. Second is low noise pollution and low thermal pollution. So this is pollution free also. Fuel cell power can reduce expensive transmission lines and minimize transmission losses for a disturbed system. Third point. Fourth point is fuel cells give excellent method for efficient use of fossil fuel. Hence, it saves fossil fuel. Fifth point, fuel cell is less polluting. Sixth point, moving to sixth point. In case of fossil fuel, when used as reactant, environmentally undesirable NO are not produced. So NO2, nitrogen oxides are not produced. This cell also produces drinking water of potable quality. Next point is it is modular. That means parts can be exchanged. Low maintenance. 10th point is fuel cell performance is independent of power plant size. Whatever may be the size of power plant, it is not affecting the performance or efficiency of the cell. Next advantage of fuel cell is fast startup time for low temperature system. High temperature is not required. The heat is co-generated, hence increases efficiency of high temperature system. The demand of variation in power and energy densities is easily met as required. Then fuel cells, automotive batteries can render electric vehicles efficient and refillable. Now coming to disadvantage of fuel cell. Its initial cost is very high. The disadvantage of this cell is that its initial cost is very high. Lifetimes of cells are not accurately known. Large weight and volume of the gas. This is also one of the disadvantage. High cost of pure hydrogen which is required as fuel. The cost is very high. Hydrogen can be stored in lesser volume by liquefaction. But liquefaction itself requires 30% of the stored energy. Last one is lack of infrastructure. So this was about the fuel cell that we have taken. So fuel cell was also used in Apollo space program by astronauts. That is why study of fuel cell is very important, and the water which is produced in the fuel cell was utilized for drinking. So this was for today's topic. I hope the topic is clear to you. If there is any doubt, you can send your queries to me through your comments. Thank you so much.